Hello everyone, welcome to the back nine of round 3 at the Las Vegas Challenge, our first Pro Tour stop of 2022. I'm Erika Stinchcomb.
And I'm Madison Walker. We are the Two Hot Geese.
Why Two Hot Geese, you ask? Take a gander at my Instagram and you'll get an answer. We are watching Catrina Allen, Kristin Tattar, Paige Pierce, and Evaliiana Salonen, all struggling a little bit in this win, but still finding a lot of green. Kristin Tattar with a highlight throw-in on hole 6. If you haven't watched the front 9, go watch that immediately.
Yeah, there's a lot of wind out here today. Definitely not as much scoring as I think we would typically see, but keeping it under par is solid in these conditions, and we can see a few ladies doing that on our leaderboard. Missy Gannon, Haley King, and Ella Hansen having solid rounds, even though they are further down. We'll see what happens in the back. The conditions do not lessen.
Hole 10 is a par 3, 388 feet. This is a new tee pad. It used to be on the right and brought the water into play. Here, you still do challenge that water a little bit. You can see those reeds as you get up on the right side if you're going for the pin, which I'm sure all of these ladies are going to be attacking.
Yep, it was a right to left, a left to right crosswind. So you have to be really careful with disc angles here because that water will come into play quickly if you're pushed. I'm wondering if most people are just going to kind of pitch up and not try to get aggressive here.
Yeah, that's a super common play, and that is the error to make if you're going to, it's maybe not even an error. Yeah. Maybe that's just the play. Bail out left, be close for your pitch up, take the 3, move on.
Katrina looks like she is trusting her disc. She's aggressively going for the circle. She gets a lot of ground play.
It's still going.
Man. In the front 9, we saw Katrina's disc do a lot of rollaways and crazy stuff as well.
Ooh. Man, she smashed that. That must be so stable. Destroyer.
Landing with a ton of spin.
Uh-huh. That out of bounds is close-ish. You know, you have to think about it on your approach, and there's that one tree kind of in the way, but not that much danger on this hole unless you're trying to park it.
We can see Paige disc up as well. No one really trying to get to the green.
I think that was a raptor. I think she was disking down, but...
Oh, really?
Yeah, just, to
it looked overstable.
It is, but I think she wasn't going for it, is the point.
Oh, when I said disc up, I meant like more stable.
Yeah. Well, I just mean... You know what? Whatever.
Yeah, she's not going for the green. I get it. We're on the same page.
God.
Yeah, there's holes to go for out here, and this is just not one of them, especially in these conditions.
Go for another throw-in.
Yeah, you were pretty able to be aggressive on the screen. There's not a lot of trouble super close by. That water could come into play with an unlucky rollaway. Close-ish.
Katrina with the best look. Just laying up as well.
There were no birdies on the day in the FPO field. 63% of the field with the par. Another boring.
Yeah, we'll just twiddle our thumbs while they tap it in.
Insert insightful commentary here about thoughtful course design. Very excited to go back to the Innova course tomorrow. A lot more scoring, a lot more entertaining for the viewer purposes. In the meantime...
Keep watching, though. Just stay with us.
In the meantime, the discbarn.com is covering all the drone footage. So go check out their website while we get off these long par 3s. They have a ton of discs available. They're from the Dallas, Texas area. They just picked up Gannon Burr. He's on the lead card today at the Las Vegas Challenge, contending for the win.
Yeah, young 16-year-old kid shredding.
Yeah.
Makes giant putts. He's fun to watch.
So check out the discbarn.com if you need some discs. This hole has a cart path that goes all the way down the left-hand side and out-of-bounds water that goes down the right-hand side. It makes this tee shot very scary, but basically just beef up something stable to fight this right-to-left head crosswind. Don't get all the way to the green.
Oh, boy, that is really close.
Most people are going to lay up to the screen, maybe try to finish out to the left of it, and then the basket is tucked way back in some trees, but it is reachable in 2 shots.
Yeah, they moved this one about, I want to say, 60 or maybe 80 feet tops to the left and back. It was definitely more reachable before. It's still a good hole, I think.
Yeah.
Find your landing zone, lace a shot up there. and get a look.
It's definitely you feel okay with a 4 here, even though the par is 4. It doesn't feel bad. It doesn't feel like you're letting one up. This is a very difficult birdie, but while also being gettable.
Wow, that is prime placement there. Center cut.
This played is the second most difficult hole on the day.
Oh, that surprises me.
Yeah, it's tough to get. The green is pretty guarded, and I think it is tough to get your disc through all of that to get your birdie.
In there.
Yep.
So, like, it's extra guarded.
And the basket is yet again perched on a side hill that definitely brings rollaways into play.
And you can see how easy that cart path is to find. Luckily, Kristin and Paige stay out of it. Kristin going out and around. The pin is to the left. She's trying to work the ground play, but the tree kind of just slaps her down.
Yeah, the key is to get on the ground as soon as you enter the tree line and hopefully work that skip to get deeper into the grove. Catrina has a little bit more of an open angle here. Lots of space to work that hyzer and hopefully get some skips. Kind of digs into the side of the hill. But she'll have a long putt.
Yeah, she's definitely going to look at it. Evaliiana going that right side as well. And that looks too wide, but I know this thing is so stable. Like, she understands her discs.
It looks like that landing zone is just the perfect slope to not let your disc skip.
So
to slow it down.
Paige added a nuke to her bag and has thrown it on both shots on this hole. Not normally something she bags, but in the wind.
This is a nuke hole.
Yep. Wow.
Looks like it worked.
Awesome. That tree helps her out a little bit.
Just outside the bullseye for her birdie.
Kristin just needs to make sure she gets this angle right and it sits flat, no problem. She's up there for her par.
Trina has some low-hanging branches. Looks like she's just going to take her par. Evaliiana
Yeah, she doesn't really
forced
have a
to
look.
do the same thing.
Mm-hmm. That tree is 2 feet
Yeah.
from the
Man,
basket.
those were such good second shots,
I know.
too.
I kind of prefer the old placement, but man, highlight birdie from Paige Pierce.
Only 2 other birdies on the day, Maria Oliva and Hope Brown.
Kristin was a little bit more left than I thought, but
Tester for her par, but she makes easy of it.
yeah, she did.
And I hope these ladies are getting their fill of the woods because the next hole has no woods and it is a lot of open drives. Get prepared for one of the, I think it is the longest hole on the course.
Oh, absolutely.
And one of the longest holes we play
On
all
tour,
year.
yeah. Here we go. 987 feet. There is a cart path to the left. There are houses. All those fences are out of bounds on the right, but you are just trying to throw as hard as you can multiple times. It is a tailwind, so some of these big distance throwers will be able to get some massive distance if they throw some kind of, high turnover if they want to get aggressive. It is definitely birdieable. Here we go. We're almost there. It wraps around to the right. This last shot can be tricky. It's best to land your, third shot kind of on the left side of the fairway to have a more open look.
In reality, all you want to do here is keep it in the middle. You want it to go far as well, of course. But you just want to stay out of the trees and bushes on the side so that you can really open up on your second and third shots. Paige is going to have that bush to contend with. It's going to make her second shot really difficult. May have to settle for the par here. We'll see what she has to work with.
This looks like a better angle. And landing in that grass is good. I feel like that's the marker of that was a decent shot. Made it to the grass.
Mm-hmm. This was a pretty ripping tailwind, so everyone's got their understable discs out and just hoping to let the wind play with it. It was fun to have a tailwind on this distance hole.
That was a good shot from Catrina.
After that last
Oh,
hole.
look at this. Oh, stay up.
Oh, no.
The angle looked so good.
Why is that bush in the perfect place? I watched 2 people on my card hit that as well.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like that's the ideal line. She had the turn on it. It was going to fade back. She's still pretty far. And this looks equally good, if not better.
Bombed. There is an out of bounds bunker on the right hand side of the fairway, but
Oh,
she
yeah.
takes it completely out of play. No problem. Probably threw farther than it.
Yeah, forgot about the bunker. There it is right there. Kristin is kind of bringing it into play, actually.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Bummer. That feels honestly terrible. Like, the
one thing you want to
one thing
avoid.
you can't do. All right, let's see how Paige handles
Oh.
this really pretty easily, honestly.
Works a big Anheuser.
And she is landing on that left side, opening up her next shot.
That was great.
Mm-hmm.
Roller? Nope.
Nope, she threw her torrent, both the drive and this shot. Gets a little close to that bunker, but she is past it. She's thinking about it.
Yep.
On the roller. Kristin opting for the sidearm. You can see how tucked she is on the right side.
Oh, man, what a great distance sidearm. Giving herself a putt from that bunker.
Not an easy one, though.
Paige definitely eyeing up the basket here.
Oh, she's choosing to go high on the right side with a backhand rather than force some sort of forehand or Anheuser approach.
Wow.
Wow. Awesome.
That was great.
Mm-hmm.
She's up there for a bird.
Mm-hmm.
Catrina lining up a sidearm because she is tucked to the right. Turns it over a little, but it corrects and gets some good ground playing.
Yeah, that's her stable hurricane. Definitely tried to fight its way over.
Evaliiana peeking out a little gap. Does a little touch sidearm, no problem. Bullseye. Kristin trying to save the par here.
Catrina for her birdie from about 45. Not quite.
If Paige makes this, this is the smallest gap they've had so far, right? This is the
Oh, yeah, definitely. Since yesterday, anyway.
narrows it to 3 strokes.
Yeah, reeling her in 3 is not comfortable.
Paige was one of only 2 birdies in the FPO field. The other was Haley King. Kristin, unfortunately, will have to walk away with a bogey. This is one of those holes where you're like, oh, glad I don't have to throw this one again.
Yeah, definitely. Though you're right. At least
many
it was a
holes did we
tailwind.
play?
Headwind
Yeah.
is much worse.
Oh, it is. Hole 13 is a steeply uphill par 4. It's 363 feet, plays closer to 400, I would say, but it is within reach. This bunker on the right-hand side definitely comes into play for those trying to go for the green. Also, there's an out-of-bounds green to the left. If you hyzer it too much, that can come into play.
They are calling this a 4 this year, even though it's only 363 feet. So a lot of women going to lay up short of the bunker and the green and pitch over, even though it is reachable, as Paige is showing us. Ah, man, she sneaks into the hazard, though.
Looks like she was trying to play out to the right side of the hazard, which is a really smart play here. Maybe give yourself a long putt. Catrina opting for that as well.
Yeah, a little wider, finds those trees, but it's not a bad angle from there. Kind of takes the bunker out of play as long as those trees aren't in our way. This looks like the best angle so far. Let's see. Not quite.
Oh.
Dang it. Her discs are so stable.
They are so stable, and they hit the ground with so much spin.
The thing is her and Paige are still putting for birdie, which is crazy. All right. Don't go in the bunker. Oh, she's just laying up.
Yep.
That did look maybe even like a mid-range.
This is yet another basket perched on an anthill. This one, the out of bounds comes into play for sure to the right and short of the basket, so it makes for a little bit of a scary approach and putt.
I like the sidearm play to keep it away from the golf green. She puts it pretty close. Go ahead.
This played is the second easiest hole on the day. I think that it is a forgiving par here, 71% of the field with a birdie.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Awesome. Evaliiana just lofts it up there, floats it down.
I love
gets
that little
the birdie.
safe run.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it would have stayed close. Really cool. Let's see it again.
Yeah, I want to see this angle.
Look at It's like a floaty hyzer.
That pushes forward. Love that. Perfect touch. Love that GK replay.
Let's see if Paige can follow suit. Oh, yeah, she can.
Foot on the gas.
Yeah, not one to be outdone at any moment of any time ever. Let's see that one too. I like the little hair whip. A little bit more of a direct line, a little flatter.
Right into the heart.
Wow.
Big smiles.
Catrina for like a regular looking birdie.
Yep. Headwind putt. A little bit of a death putt. Still finds her birdie. Kristin doing the same.
Is that the first star frame of the round?
I think so.
All right.
Not a lot of gimmies out there, folks. We'll check in with the leaderboard, see what it looks like.
Oh, Haley King.
Whoa,
Huh.
shredding. 7
7
down through 14. Wow. Playing super consistent. You can see not a lot of people can compare with that. Paige having a great round herself. But 3 under seems to be kind of the norm for the top 10 in the best case scenario. This course was playing rough today.
Yeah, it definitely was. Hole 14 is a very gettable par 4, 441 feet. There's not a ton of trouble off the tee. As you get farther up here, there is a golf green on the left, a cart path on the right, and some trees kind of blocking this basket that is magically in a hill, not on a hill. So it kind of collects your upshots, which is nice. I like the left side of the fairway to open up your approach. If you're on the right, you can find a few things to obstruct you, but it's still not that bad over there.
No.
Like Paige will have something. And she's way up there too, so shouldn't be too much of a problem.
Yeah, and this is a really nice, safe feeling basket being down in the bowl like that. You can just kind of chuck something up there and it will filter down towards the basket. It's a really lovely feeling to have.
Just a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, Catrina turns this one over a lot more than you want, and I think that tree saves her.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I mean, it's not going to be an easy approach from there, unlike Paige's. I think she's more obstructed.
Mm-hmm. Looks like it might have to be a distant sidearm. Evaliiana doing what Erika said earlier, playing the left side of the fairway, opening up that second shot, nestling it up to that out-of-bounds green.
Yeah, it leaves a really nice little forehand chip shot, which we know Evaliiana is really good at. And Kristin just going a little bit straighter.
She's up on top of that hill, which brings a couple of trees into contention, but she's got such a strong sidearm, I don't think she's worrying here. Yeah, Catrina has to throw a standstill sidearm. Doesn't make it up to the top of the hill, so I don't know if she'll even have a long putt there.
No.
I can't quite tell.
We'll see. Kristin showing us how much control she has on those forehand up shots. Yeah, she was way up there.
She was further than I thought.
I wasn't sure if a tree was in her way, though.
Mm-hmm.
So, Evaliiana, a little farther away, actually. She might have kind of a tough par putt. Catrina not really left with much here, just laying up for the par. And Paige is even closer than I thought. This is for her eagle. And this would give her
Ooh.
Ooh, I was going to say, that would almost catch her up with Catrina, but even so, she'll still gain a stroke. Just slowly closing the gap.
50% of the field with a birdie here. Oh. Man, that was a good-looking putt.
I mean, it was a little right side, but it could have stayed. It's one of those, like, 50-50.
Par does not feel great on this hole.
No.
50% of the field with a birdie or better.
Par feels like garbage.
Another high-quality tweener.
That would have been a cool eagle.
And we move into the back corner of the course. It's my favorite part of the course.
Yeah, there's a fun little loop back here. We're right next to where we started on hole 1. The only downside is you're once again throwing into the headwind.
The crowd was so spectacular today. Just the energy from you all was just amazing. I love you, Oregon!
Hole 15 is a downhill 367-foot par 3. It was a ripping headwind on this tee pad. You want to avoid the cart path on the right-hand side, and the out-of-bounds narrows as you get towards the basket. There's a stringed line all the way down the left-hand side that wraps around the backside, blocking this rock wall.
It's very downhill, though, so absolutely gettable. Paige throwing her Raptor here. And that is going to challenge the OB if a tree doesn't help her out.
Yeah, that's sawed off.
Oh, yeah, no
Ooh.
worries. I think
Did it
she's
stay?
Mm-hmm. Long putt, though.
Got tangled up in the bush there right on the OB line. It actually looks calm here.
It's looked calmer. I mean, you can see the flags down there. Like, it's still a headwind, but...
It was screaming when my card came through.
No.
Ooh.
That was
Nice
headed
backboard.
towards that out of bounds. You can see the string line right there, but that rock just gives her a little boop. Boop.
Katrina trusting that disc.
SP
Throwing it really high.
Bonsai.
Oh my goodness.
Bonsai.
It's a good looking shot.
Wow. Can't do it any better. Well, I mean, it could go in, I guess.
I really like this hole, even with the super tight OB lines as you get close to the basket. I think it's a great hole.
There's a Thunderbird from Evaliiana, one of the few times she doesn't throw a destroyer, and she's a little caught up in that tree, but she will have a look. This looks to be about 50 feet for Paige. Branches in her way.
Oh, I thought she was a little closer to the OB line. She had plenty of space over there.
I mean, she was definitely headed towards it, but got the favorable kick. Evaliiana with, unfortunately, nothing. I feel like that's the worst part about this hole is if you get caught, you can't really do much.
Great birdie from Kristin.
Look at that one rock. Like, literally anywhere else, and she would have maybe scooched out of bounds. Very nicely done. She's kind of reeling Paige back in.
Katrina absolutely parking it.
And taking back that stroke she just lost from Paige.
Yeah, the flag was like making noise, kind of flapping when we went through here. Maybe getting a little calm as we head into the afternoon. Switching to the morning tee times from last year has been interesting. It's kind of a nice welcome change.
Hole 16 is a par 5, 723 feet. It is pretty sharply downhill off the tee. You're looking to throw around that bush and not go out of bounds left in the cart path, which is weirdly easy to do. So you're looking to throw an Anheuser somewhere around here, and then these ladies might go for it on their second shot and look for eagle, but most likely they're going to lay up before this green or to the left of it and then pitch up looking for the easy birdie. Easy in theory. in practice, we'll see.
The sidearm is the play here, especially
Absolutely.
with what the wind was doing. It was really difficult to get something to turn over and hold. Once it started hyzering out, the wind was blowing it to that cart path and making that shot incredibly difficult and touchy. We still see Catrina trying it out.
Ooh.
Oh, she goes over the tree. I love that play.
Don't know how intentional that was.
Okay. Well, it worked. She's
Yeah,
safe.
she's short, but honestly, she'll still be able to attack for birdie with a big second shot. Paige opting for the backhand as well.
The wind looks so much calmer here. It was audible on the tee pad here. It was ripping.
This is massive.
Huge.
Absolutely crushed.
Wow. That is crazy.
She can think about eagle from there. It's probably still not the safest of plays, but she can think about it. And this is a really common error with the headwind, is to throw something around that tree, and then it turns into a roller accidentally. But she stays safe.
My disc did the exact same thing. Rolled right around that tree. Requires a standstill after this. She can still get a birdie, though.
Yeah, it'll be pretty hard from there. Like, this third shot will be challenging, but doable, absolutely.
Catrina having to run up on the side hill. Looks like she's not trying to do anything too crazy.
Yeah, I mean, oh, no. No.
Oh.
Boy, I wonder if the footing got to her. So she will be just playing for a par from there. Oh, bummed.
She's had a lot just barely trickle out of bounds today.
I know, a combined 3 feet maybe.
Yep. Kristin going big here on her
yeah.
second shot.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Awesome.
She has a putt. It is a death putt, but it is a putt nonetheless. It drops off very steeply behind this basket.
And there's a lot of little bushes back there that make your comebacker difficult. Paige, so far up there. Thrown across.
Is she throwing a mid there? Jeez.
Wow.
Wow.
Ah.
Nice shot. That puts some pressure on Catrina to execute her third shot. Evaliiana opting for the sidearm, and it lands so softly on the top of the hill. What a perfect little touchy shot.
Easy birdie. Catrina with that standstill putter shot. Ooh, gets caught, and we'll have a tester to save that par. Just a reminder for all you who want to catch the drama live to look into a subscription from the Disc Golf Network. They have all sorts of other bonus content as well. Look them up.
Wow.
Eagle. Second eagle.
2 eagles
of
in
the
one
round.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't even know that was going to happen.
That putt was so impressive. It is so scary. You guys have no idea. Behind this basket, it drops off so steep, and there's so much junk that you would have to deal with on your comebacker.
Look at the absolute focus on her face.
Oh my God, so confident. Ugh, I'm such a fan. What a great putt.
I'm going to get her autograph tomorrow. That was amazing.
Catrina.
And look at her tied with Paige right now.
Yeah.
Although Paige is right there for her birdie. We'll see. Oh, dang. That is rough, and hopefully it didn't roll and get rougher. It's not great.
Not terrible. It could be worse. Makes the comebacker, saves the bogey.
Yeah, that was important.
That's quite a swing on one hole.
Paige looking to capitalize.
Oh.
Not quite.
Birdie ain't bad, though.
Oh, yeah, I forgot she was up there for her eagle, too.
That
Jesus.
was a short eagle putt.
Whoa. Still gains 2 strokes on Catrina and is only 1 stroke back from the round. Catrina started with, I believe, a 6-stroke lead going into this round. And like you said, she's just had a little bit of trouble here and there.
Things just got real here.
Hole 17 is our crazy little woods hole. Triple Mando gate. A kind of force-over sidearm is probably the ideal play to get you down towards the pin. It's difficult to get over this low rock wall and get all the way there for a putt. That cart path to the left is OB, and then 18's tee is over there. So the farther you get, you find a string line that's OB on the right as well.
There's not necessarily one good perfect gap here. There's a bunch of small workable gaps depending on what angle you want to try to hit.
I think that's the main gap, but you definitely have to force something over, which is difficult to do. The right side of that triple mando kind of prevents you from going as wide as you want on the forced forehand.
I think sidearm is the play here. Paige is trying this backhand out.
You can definitely make this work. It's, I think, harder. Paige
Definitely.
might not think so.
Yeah.
That was amazing, and she'll have a putt.
Gets through everything. Yeah, she's around circle's edge, huh?
Mm-hmm. That is such a technical line. I know it just looks like, oh yeah, you throw a straight shot, but
No.
that angle was
And
amazing.
The angle of the hill, too. That is such a tough shot.
Mm-hmm.
Super common issue here is getting caught up in those low-hanging willow branches.
It
So-
honestly makes the approach shot pretty difficult, too, if you get caught that early. Catrina going standstill, and that is too high. I think she also got caught pretty early. It's funny how I said it's a sidearm hole, and then only a backhand got through.
That is not common here, I swear.
Oh, look at this.
Wow.
All right. Damage control. Check.
I don't want to say I'm surprised, but 25% of the field got birdies on this hole.
I'm astounded.
Right?
I can't even believe that.
I would have thought there might have been a handful. Maybe 5 or, I don't know.
That's awesome.
25% of the field. That's a ton of birdies, a
That-
ton of twos.
It's super cool to hear.
Oh, wait, I'm looking. Oh, my gosh, I'm looking.
Oh, is that the wrong hole? Okay, that makes so much sense. I was blown away.
Me too.
I was losing my mind.
Yeah.
Like, Paige has to be one of the few to get this close of a look.
There were no birdies.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
I was
for that.
absolutely blown away, too.
God. I'm not that surprised. That's what he said. Paige kind of pulls it on her.
I don't want to doubt the FPO, but this hole is so tough.
It's so tough.
To get it to carry on that angle all the way down the hill
Well,
is...
what I think is the hardest part is you get the shot right, but then you hit that dumb rock wall.
Mm-hmm.
But par feels good. Paige pulled her first putt, but makes a comeback. Or Evaliiana with a nice par. All the ladies who threw sidearm did some really awesome approaches to get close.
And after this nice short hole, we move into, I think, one of the more challenging holes on the course, especially with the new additions.
I like it, though. Mm-hmm. It's a good one. Great finishing hole, honestly.
There's out of bounds all the way down the left-hand side on the other side of this net. There's an out of bounds cart path all the way down the right-hand side. There's a little out of bounds. Oh, wait, no, the rocks aren't out of bounds anymore. You just want to shoot this gap and get out into the open. A common error would be hyzering out left. There's a stringed OB line. There's this out of bounds green that comes into play on your second shot. You want to go over this road that's out of bounds.
You can't talk fast enough.
How many times can I say out of bounds? The basket has been pushed back further and more to the right and more guarded than it was in years past.
But it used to be just on the other side of the green as a par 4. And so as a 5, it's once again eagleable. If you are feeling risky, that is an absolute smash of a drive.
You have to execute your drive here too in order for that to come into play. It is a very narrow fairway. The net kind of gets into your head a little bit, and just that one guardian tree is in the perfect place.
And it has that one branch that sticks out that just slaps frisbees out of the air.
There we go.
Paige manages to get through it, though, and she's in a pretty solid position as well.
In years past, this whole little alley that we're throwing down towards that guardian tree was out of bounds, and you had to cross inbounds past that tree. This year, it is all safe.
I didn't know that.
Maybe that's a really old rule that I've just carried with
No,
me.
I'm
The
pretty
trauma.
sure that last year was like that, and every year prior. So interesting. This looks solid as well. Just needs to not get too much ground play. No problem. So common play is to go over the green but lay up short of the road that's out of bounds, and then just pitch up for the birdie. Evaliiana.
Doing just that. Sit down.
Yeah, solid sidearm. That was her Thunderbird.
Catrina looking like she's doing the same thing here.
Oh, stop.
Wow. Skips up the hill and finds herself in that out of bounds road.
She played so solid today, but just didn't quite catch the brakes.
Just a few things here and there.
Just a couple of feet or inches off. Paige with a good layup. What do you think? She going for it? She's so far.
I think she is. Why not?
Oh, yeah. Get 3 eagles. Oh, man, it fades out a little early, but she's across. And in the circle?
The crowd loves it. Yeah, I think she is.
It's very guarded over there, but
Yeah, this pin placement is
3
a little weird.
eagles? That would be unbelievable. The treagle.
And those they're not the soft par eagles either. They're some tough eagles. Paige giving it a look from the other side of the road.
And that is looking like it might be a tie at the top. We'll see.
For the 3-eagle?
Mm-hmm. Do it.
Oh. Scary putt. There was actually 5 eagles today on this hole. That surprises me.
I mean, the distance isn't
It's
that
there,
bad, but
yeah.
like it's so technical.
And it's
Look
uphill.
at that. Paige manages to catch Catrina.
On the last hole. The thing is, Catrina was not backing down. It wasn't because of bad play. It was just a few things here and there. I think we're going to have a nice battle tomorrow.
Look at Kristin Tattar, too. 1 stroke off. Evaliiana hanging in there as well.
Yeah,
only a few strokes back.
And both of them playing super strong and consistently.
Boy, look at Paige's and Kristin's back nines.
Wow. And even Evaliina's bogey-free on the back. Wow. Right. So clean.
So wow.
Impressive.
Let's see how everyone else did. Now Haley keeps credit today. Let's see.
Wow.
Ended up 5 down. Almost made it up there. She's 1 behind Evaliiana.
Nice to see a few more people finding their way under par as the round goes on. There's definitely some more birdies in the back.
Definitely pretty tight, though. The top card has separated themselves enough where there might be a little breathing room, but we're going to see all these ladies with their foot on the gas going for that win back at the end of the course tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining us on round 3. I'm Erika Stinchcomb.
And I'm Madison Walker. We are the Two Hot Geese. Thanks again to GKPRO for the awesome FPO footage.